Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 64. And right now we are going to be doing kind of the part 2 of the first level and do all of Diddy's stuff. And then we're going to come back later. What?
I just realized how bad that sounds.
Oh, because Diddy Piker?
Yeah, we were gonna be doing Diddy's stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be... well, someone's got to
Hopefully-
throw his parties now that he's in jail.
hopefully none of that stuff involves baby oil.
Well, we gotta use it before it expires, Goke. But, yeah, so... we're gonna be doing, all of, Diddy's, golden bananas and all that good shit, and defeat the boss, and then part 3 of this level will be when we come back with, the other 3 Kongs, so... Even when, we're done with, this level, we're not, fully done. But, thankfully, this is like the one time... No. There's only 2 times where you have to, like, backtrack again, to previous levels, and that... The second time is with the second level, because, you don't get Chunky till the 3rd level. Which is a shame, because Chunky's one of the better Kongs.
And then you have to go back with him to redo everything again.
Yeah, which is why, we won't, come back here until we unlock him, because there's not necessarily any reason to come back, other than you're, like, really bad and you really, really, really need, those golden bananas. But, like, to give an idea, I think by the end game you only need 100 golden bananas, which is, like, half of them in the entire game, which you can get in, like, the first 4 levels.
I'm gonna say probably not the best of Rare's design. when it comes to
Yeah.
backtrack.
Yeah, well, the big thing that about Donkey Kong 64 was that this was a game that was given to their B team, which shows. And to make matters worse, they were put on a deadline to try to get this out by Christmas. So that's one of the reasons why they never actually got around to properly fixing that game-breaking bug. But
Reminds me a bit of a situation with Devil May Cry 4.
oh yeah, because the Dante section is like half-assed, right?
It's just backtracking the whole game,
Yeah.
and the only original level he gets is the Savior, which is not particularly the best. Oh, you just decided to let the bananas fire.
Yeah, I thought I could do it, like, go in, grab the thing, and then, yeah, I thought I could buy the gun and then come back out, but I guess it just resets the timer, so that was unfortunate. But yeah, taking the warps doesn't actually get rid of it, thankfully.
In the development of Devil May Cry 4, there were supposed to be Dante original levels, but the Capcom cut the development like by a year, so they didn't have the time to implement new levels for Dante. To him, it was given the sorry work of backtracking.
Yeah.
And then, like, some 11 years later came the apology.
Yeah. Well,
I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot of the bosses that you fight in Devil May Cry 5 are supposed to be the ones that Dante would fight in Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they retroactively fixed it.
Yeah.
The games, I've been playing Noida a lot. That's actually really a fun roguelite if you ever want to get into it.
Probably won't.
Okay. I would describe it as Spelunky, but if Spelunky was actually good.
So, what's the deal with the Spelunky?
Spelunky, like, it's fine, but the problem is that, it's designed, like, with a lot of asshole traps that you can't really do much about. So, and what I mean by that is, so you have a health bar, so which is represented by hearts, right? So you get 4 hearts to start, and you heal 1 heart whenever you complete a floor. The problem is that most things move extremely fast, and if you get hit, it takes a heart at a baseline, and then you get knocked back really far so that you fall into like some spikes, and I believe spikes take 2 hearts, or you get knocked into some trap which can either take 2 hearts or just kill you outright.
So you're punished twice for 1 mistake.
Basically, yeah, and that's like every single run of Spelunky. And that's not even getting into, like, the upgrades or stuff that you can get, which, even if they are upgrades, they have a detrimental effect to them. So, but before I get to that, your main weapon is a whip, because it's like a, kind of like an Indiana Jones thing. But the problem is that the whip goes, like, 3 pixels long. So you can't hit anything unless you're, like, right up to the enemy. And, of course, like I said, everything moves incredibly fucking fast, so...
Did they also include it with the Castlevania delay? Or, like,
yes, so there is, like,
like,
a 1-second wind-up time. Then on top of that, because it's a 2D platformer, they decided it would be a good idea to have fall damage. And it's very easy to take fall damage because a lot of the areas are like designed in such a way that, oh, if it's just like that extra foot that you need to activate the fall damage threshold. And then what else was there? It's also easy to get, like, soft locked in that game as well, because you can only jump jumping, so if you get stuck in a pit, that's it. You have to, like, kill yourself. Although the upgrades that you get are really good. Well, I wouldn't say they're really good. There's only 2 good ones, which is the shotgun and the jetpack. The shotgun allows it so you have a projectile attack, but the problem with that is that if you shoot something that you're not supposed to shoot, like there are things that can anger the gods, so to speak, and if you anger the gods, then they send a Grim Reaper after you, which you can't kill. And as soon as it touches you, you're dead.
Okay, is there any way to guess which stuff angers the gods?
Basically, if you just damage the statues, which is really easy to do because they put TNT fucking everywhere. So if you shoot the TNT, it will explode, causing a chain reaction. And worse still, if the NPCs who have weapons set off a bomb that destroys a god shrine, then it's like, oh, the gods are angry with you. And it's like, oh, fuck off. And I'm still not done. So you can anger shopkeepers by, well, attacking them, obviously, but if you damage their shop, which if you blow up, like, a tiny little portion of their store, like 1 pixel, they'll immediately flip out and start zooming around at like 1,000,000 miles an hour while like full autoing like their shotgun everywhere. And if you get shot with the shotgun, that does like 4 hearts of damage. So.
And there is no other way of recovering hearts.
There's technically another way. Oh no, it's worse than that. It's you don't restore at the end of every level. You have to rescue a damsel, which gives you 1 heart, and you have to get her to the end of the level.
Oh.
But the other way is to sacrifice people to the god Kali, which is the god statues I was mentioning. And the easiest way to do that is to sacrifice a damsel. But it's not. But the thing that you get to get extra hearts, you have to sacrifice at least 2 things during a run before it's accepted that you get the skull chalice, which allows you to fill it up with blood, and every time it gets fully filled with blood, you get 1 heart. And you can get blood by killing enemies, obviously. So that's the only other way to get them.
So, do you think this design choices were the result of incompetence or malice?
I believe malice because, like, I can understand it being difficult, but this is like a level of stupid that it's like, oh my fuck, you know?
It's made for people who play the games for bragging rights.
Essentially, yeah. Like, it's the same that I would say with, like, I Want to Be the Guy. Like, how everyone was playing that back in the day, being like, oh yeah, I beat I Want to Be the Guy, because that's declared the hardest game ever made. And it's like, yeah, it's the hardest game ever made because it was a poorly programmed piece of shit.
And it's hard because it's made retarded.
Yeah, like, you have to do, like, exact pixel jumps in order to get through areas. Oh, and the jetpack is good because it actually allows you to fly, so if you get stuck in a pit, then you're not fucked. But the problem with it is that if you get shot from behind, the jetpack explodes and kills you. So yeah, that's just a few reasons why I'm not a fan of Spelunky. And Noida is... Come on, kitty, get away from the mic and fucking up everything. But yeah, so... The 2 big reasons why Noida is a hell of a lot better is that you can actually aim your shots, because that's the other thing with the shotgun. You can only fire left or right. So with in Noida, you can fire in... So, yeah, I'd highly recommend Noida over Spelunky, just for that alone. But then there's a whole bunch of other stuff too, like getting spells and stuff, which is great. Goku, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. You weren't saying anything about how awful that design was.
I wasn't saying anything because, well, I didn't want to say anything because at certain intervals your audio is going silent to me.
Oh.
So I'm just thinking, did Sam stop talking, or is the audio just not coming up?
Oh, that's unfortunate. I did see on OBS that it might have not picked up a word, but oh well.
A few, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It did not pick up a few.
I don't know, my computer's been acting a little bit weird lately. Like, a few updates were properly updating, and I had to like reinstall Discord, for example.
You installed Windows 11, and you got really retarded this time.
Yeah.
I've heard some people. I've heard like a lot of people comment that Windows 11 has been particularly untrustworthy as a system.
Makes sense. Bill Gates has a few bigger problems to deal with right now than 70% of the computers on the planet.
But we never learned if his wife did get gonorrhea or not.
Well, with how vindictive her response was, I would say something got transferred.
You gave me mega syphilis. I'm taking half of your stuff.
Alright, and with that, I think we are done with this level for now. So we will play Donkey Kong and then show off why it's important to collect the colored bananas in this game. So, as soon as I get to the boss room. Here we go.
Okie donkey.
Slight weight problem.
This was before body a game released before body positivity.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not a slight weight problem. It's like I'm living my truth. I'm living my best life, learning to love myself.
Yeah. So the plan is that not to just swap the hippo with the pig. No, what we have to do is make the elephant enormously fat instead.
Yeah, he's too lazy to walk.
So that's how it works. You collect the colored bananas, feed them to the hippo, and then they open the door for you. Hooray. And I think by the end game, like for the last level, you need like 400 bananas to get into the boss. So, you know, doing basic math, you need to at least fully collect 4 Kongs worth of bananas. And this is one of the few times where picking up and throwing barrels is part of gameplay. I think it's only in boss fights, to be honest.
Goodness gracious. I imagine this game is not kind for people with epilepsy.
This game's not kind for most people. Like I said, a lot of weird and bad design philosophies. But overall, I wouldn't say it's, like, bad. I would give this game, like, a 7. Out of 10, obviously.
A 7 out of 100.
Yeah, so if I gave this game a 7 out of 100, you imagine what I give something like God of War Ragnarok.
Minus 200.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can you lower the volume a bit?
Yeah, sure, hold on. There, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness gracious, that is a...
Yeah, and it also doesn't help that this game is dark as fuck for some reason.
Yeah, I remember doing this fight, but I don't recall it being this bad with the lighting.
Yeah.
That is like...
I have noticed that, like I said, it could be just something I've noticed with a lot of N64 games, but a lot of them have really bad lighting engines for some reason. Like, unless it's, like, a really bright, colorful game.
Well, I don't remember any part of Zelda being this dark in the 64.
Yeah, but I was thinking more like Perfect Dark got pretty dark like this as well.
Well, Perfect Dark, they're also like, it's an aesthetic thing. Like, perhaps there were some pretty bright levels on Perfect Dark, and the one level where I remember where lighting was a mechanic, that you had the night vision.
There was a few levels in GoldenEye that are like that as well. What else was there?
Which level are you thinking of?
Well, basically the ones that take place at night, or like the jungle level was really dark.
Well, oh yeah, the jungle level wasn't really dark, is that it had a really horrible draw distance.
Yeah. God damn it.
The game says no!
Fucking 2D world design. Yeah, so I figured, well, I have to do this anyway, and I kind of forgot, so... We have to go use the key for K-Lumsy.
Do you gain anything for opening them, like, them gradually?
Yep, and we'll see exactly why. So he gets happy and dances around a little bit, which is powerful enough to open up the hub for the next area.
Oh.
Don't ask me why it went up.
Yeah, it doesn't even crumble. You would think the thing would just crumble. The door would just crumble, like when you explode a door in the Dongo's cavern. It lifts up. What the hell?
There's
stuck.
Yeah, there's a few other weird ones too. Like there's one that's like, just a regular door, and it just opens. And then there's like a gate that just comes down, which makes a bit more sense than a brick wall going up.
Yeah, the gate coming down makes a lot more sense than that. Like, come on.
There we go. So now we never have to ride those vines again. Hooray.
Well, let's go see let's go check a Banjo-Kazooie level.
To be fair, there is a Banjo-Kazooie level that's in this game. Well, it was initially designed for Banjo-Kazooie, but they canned it. It was Fungi Forest, but that's not until level 5.
Was this game ever remade to any other platform?
Yeah, they released it for the Wii, and apparently there's an issue with the Wii version. Or, not the Wii version, the Wii U version. Apparently because, I think it had something to do with the frame rate. So, if I remember correctly, one of the mini-games or at least the mini-games that involves, shooting, like, targets, they're almost unplayable because of the game runs now at 60 frames per second on the Wii U version, which means that all the animations and the timing is like doubled. So because of that, it's like it's just almost impossible to do. Although, on the other hand, I've also heard that Nintendo's trying to distance themselves from this game for some reason. I guess because of backlash from recent years, but still.
I mean, has that ever stopped them in any significant way? I bet it's probably more likely because of copyright. There's probably some issue with character copyrights that makes them like they can't use the game, perhaps.
Well,
is that the issue that they can't use the game, or they just?
Well, they released it for the Wii U, but I think what the copyright issue would be is that Rare, everything that they created, they can't use, that they did for this game, because it's owned by Nintendo, right? So, like, for example, this llama, he never shows up again in any game, at least as far as I'm aware of, but Rare can't use anything with this llama because it's part of Nintendo's property, even though it's Rare who made them, right?
So is the issue just that, like, Nintendo simply doesn't talk about the game?
Basically, yeah, like I said, the only time they've released it onto a different platform was the Wii U, and that's it.
Okay, that doesn't mean much, though.
Well, considering how many times they've released, like, Ocarina of Time and, like, all these other fucking games, and it's like, oh, your 3D platforming a Donkey Kong game, it's like, you just said, yeah, fuck it. You know, it's just one of those things where it's just like they've probably given more re-releases to, like, F-Zero games than they did Donkey Kong 64, you know?
And still refuse to... This one is giving you some real trouble.
Yeah, I don't know why. My only guess is that it's just, like, it's... The vines are, like, a 2D thing that just rotates its position based on what direction the camera's at. So it becomes that much harder. It's not like an actual 3D object, so...
Is this Nightmare Fuel Kong?
No, this is Candy Kong. It's just that this was made during a time when Britney Spears was popular.
She actually looks pretty... ghastly.
I was about to say, she looks pretty. Like, there better be a word after that.
Yeah, that is not the best implementation of polygons in the history of video games, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't invent jiggle physics so there's that. But anyway, we need Candy Kong because she does two things. She gives us the instruments that we need, which is the most powerful attack that we get. And she throws in an extra melon for us. And I have a feeling I know exactly why she's the one who gives us the melons.
Yeah, I think I understand the joke as well.
They pulled that joke in Banjo-Kazooie, so why not here? In a more obvious in a kid's game.
When was it? When was that in Banjo-Kazooie?
At the very end of the game, if you collect like after you beat Gruntilda, there's the woman who's just carrying a tray of, like, food condiments, and there's two melons right in front of her boobs.
Okay. Are melons like a... Are watermelons
delicious? Yes.
No, are they a common thing in Africa?
I mean, I would kind of assume so, just because they grow pretty easily and massively, so I figured... Or is it more of a, like a South American food?
I don't know.
Because I know, like, bananas technically are. Anyway, are you looking up information on watermelons right now?
No. I'm afraid they got me too. These bars are just...
They're too big for someone called Tiny Kong.
Yeah, they're too narrow for me to squeeze through.
Yeah. Anyway, that is Tiny Kong. I wasn't joking about her name. And she is the sister of Dixie Kong. Also, claptraps in this game are annoying because whenever you kill them, their skeleton comes out and starts trying to attack you. And for whatever reason, the skeleton does not drop a melon slice, which is sad.
Which 64 game do you think controls the best?
I would say Banjo-Kazooie, honestly. The way that everything about it is just designed from controls, platforming, layout of levels and items. Pretty much everything about it is just perfect. And those of you who still say that Rusty Bucket Bay is too hard are weak. But I'm trying to think of some other games that are like that. I guess the Legend of Zelda games as well. Like, so long as you don't mind the fact that there's like no second analog stick to control the camera, and that you have to rely on the Z targeting, the game's fine.
Could be worse.
Yeah, basically.
The camera could be stuck behind Link at all times.
Oh, I was thinking it could be just stuck in the corner geometry of the level, and then you can't get it out. Because there are games where that happens too, and oh boy, is that a fucking cancer.
I was thinking if Zelda had the Dead of Boy camera.
Oh yeah, where it's just constantly behind Link's shoulder, and you can't see half of the shit, so you need like a compass radius that barely works.
And like and Navi would be even more annoying because she'd be shouting, "Enemies behind you!"
Yeah. It's funny how people would say that Navi was like the most annoying character ever, and then those people would then go on to say like, oh yeah, like Atreus and like other characters like that who tag alongside you are fine. And it's like, no.
Like, didn't even have to wait that long. Like Fee was horrible.
Yeah.
It's like okay, after this character, if you're still complaining about Navi, you deserve whatever comes next.
Yeah. And to be fair, I never really found Navi annoying. Like, she would just say, hey, and then that's it.
And then shut up.
I would say that Majora's Mask did do it better by replacing the hey, which may get a little bit annoying and grating, with just a little bell that jingles.
Yeah.
And before anyone says it in the comment, yes, I'm well aware that I just missed the golden banana just now. I get it later.
I just think like people who are still complaining, like who in the year of our Lord 2026 are still complaining about Navi, just
thanks for dating the video.
Yeah. Either they have not been playing anything for the past 20 years, or they just have, like, they don't want to admit how good we had it back in the day.
Yeah. Or it's that thing where it's like, oh, things were always bad in gaming, so this is good now. Or it's not as big of a deal when we do it these days.
Yeah, because now we're making for the mentally challenged.
You know, it's that whole excuse that people give as to why The Last Jedi was good was because, like, Empire Strikes Back was panned at release.
Which I doubt is true.
Even if it is true, like, I think that the turnaround for people disliking Empire Strikes Back to liking it happened a lot faster than The Last Jedi, because it's been 10 years and people are still shitting on The Last Jedi.
Well, almost 10 years. It was end of 2017, but we should end the video now.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Ciao, ciao.